Hello, welcome to Lesson 2. In Lesson 1, we mentioned an important part of the project, which is to know and understand the situation in your community. I would say that the success of your project, its sustainability and longevity, depend on how well you know your community, your place, its history, and its values. If you know your community, you can better understand yourself and your audience, and you can learn a whole lot of interesting facts about your community and your place. Any business person will tell you about the importance of studying the market, finding a niche, and knowing the needs of your target audience before establishing an enterprise. What happens if a business makes a product that's irrelevant or confusing to the target audience? That's right, the business will go bankrupt. And the same can happen with your project. But on top of the problems mentioned, you will also build resistance from your community towards your innovation. For example, you want to make a mural in your neighborhood. You found the artist that proposed to paint the picture that you like, you gathered the required supplies, and made the mural overnight. Next morning, you see that your neighbors are trying to paint over your mural and organize a protest. What happened? You chose the picture from your favorite horror movie with zombies and blood and invited an artist that likes it too. And you never communicated with your neighbors about the image. And it turns out there are kids in your neighborhood, and their parents feel like zombies are inappropriate. So if you had done research beforehand and learned about your neighbors' preferences to not have zombies, you would have not only found like-minded enthusiasts, but you also would have built something that the community genuinely needs, something that would have been appreciated and maintained. Oftentimes, project leaders that neglect this step consider it to be boring and a time-consuming activity. Well, today we'll tell you several fun methods of how you can collect information about your place and your community to get to know them better. Before you start developing a project, identify a problem, situation, or asset in your community, and think about the reasons why things are the way they are. When answering the question why, use facts only, not your assumptions. If you do not use confirmed facts about your community, it's more likely you're making this project just for yourself. It can risk the project's sustainability, and your results may not be welcomed and appreciated. I'd like to share an example of a project that was completed without proper research or community participation. It's about a real mural that had been painted by a world-famous artist. Sounds great, right? Do you like it? The biggest problem was that there was a huge building where windows faced this mural. The residents were never asked about the picture or theme of work. The result? People protested, signed a petition, and the mural was painted over with just gray paint. I recommend you use 4 interesting methods to help you to get to know your community better. Those 4 methods are the detective observer, the prototype, the survey, and the focus group. In the next parts, we'll break down each of them in detail.